院2楼法拉盛华商会今天有这个交接的典礼。Hello， 哎，你好。看见什么东西喝？咖啡，这是 water， 我想喝杯咖啡，没咖啡。看坐在哪里比较？坐在那边好一点。Hello。
Okay, funny. Let's start. Wesley, where is it?
Hello. 哎，你好。
Good afternoon. Welcome to the inauguration celebration of FCPA 28 Board Director. We begin with the national anthem by Emma 2. 各位嘉宾，欢迎光临我们法拉盛华人工商促进会第28届理事会的就职典礼。现在由杜继伟为我们唱美国国歌，请起立。
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. 请坐. Okay, now I will give the microphone to Christy. Continue with us.
All right, good evening, everybody. And my name is Winston Sin, and we'd like to welcome everybody to the event today. And it's been a while that we can have an in-person event for FCBA. So we'd like to thank you, everybody who come on today, especially in this weather. So right now we are going to do the ceremony. So I would like to welcome the Queens District Attorney, Ms. Melinda Case, to join us.
Good afternoon. So happy to see everyone not on a computer screen. Just so you know. I would like to, we are joined today by Chief Assistant Jen Nyberg, who is the deputy at the DA's office, and she wanted to join us here today, and I just want everyone to acknowledge her and say hello because she's got a lot of work to do. So I also want to acknowledge the fact that at the FCBA, there's only 3 statewide elected officials in the entire state of New York. And the FCBA managed to get Tom DiNapoli, the state controller, here today, which really shows the growth and the strength of the Flushing business community. And I'm very excited to be here today with our borough president, Donovan Richards, and our state senator, Toby Stavisky, and Peter Koo, who is leaving office soon, but not ending his community service. For that, I am sure. And he has done it well with style and class, and thank you so much for your work. I'm here today to swear in the new board. I'm not sure exactly how I'm doing that, but I'm going to do it. Let me just say that the FCBA, Peter Two's leadership, Peter, where are you? Peter Two? District leader and all-around godfather to a lot of folks and leader to a lot of people here in the community. We've been through some challenging times. And I don't want this moment to go by without acknowledging that. It has been an amazing, and I don't mean that in a good way, year and a half since March of 2020. It is a time when businesses were in flux. It is a time when people didn't know where leadership was for their own communities at times. It has been a time when businesses have shut down because of COVID. And at the same time, our government, and we have to acknowledge that, is also in flux. So it is a point in time where organizations like the Flushing Chinese business community takes the lead and says, you know what, whatever you're going through, whatever your families are going through, whatever business issues you have, the Flushing Chinese Business Association is here for guidance, and is here for food distribution, and is here for when you need us to answer questions about what happens when your business is closed down, and how can you get help from the government, and all that comes with that. And so for the consistency and the leadership that you have shown under President Dai, I want to thank you for that, and acknowledge that, and make sure that we didn't swear in a new president without realizing how amazing that the board of directors and the community participants have been. So congratulations to all of you for the work that you have done in the last year. I do want to acknowledge our deputy, I'm not sure his position is, Chuck Aprillian's here from Community Board 7, I think. There you go, I can't see you behind the mask, but just want to make sure that I did that. So former President, is Jean here? Oh, Jean Kelty's here, Chair of Board 7. And of course, Captain O'Neill. We appreciate you always joining us for these events. Inspector. Yeah, I gotta tell you, the Night Out Against Crime, I demoted and promoted so many people. Just so you know. How about this? Chief O'Connell is here. How's that? We won't tell anyone else, just our secret. But this is about consistency and leadership. So, President Dai, thank you for the work that you have done through the years and over the last year. We appreciate that. Now it is my honor to swear in the new board of directors, and I'm going to ask whether I'm supposed to do that all at once.
Yes, I'm going to announce them.
You announce the names?
Yes. So I'd like to welcome the 28th President, Dr. Yao Ming Wang, and the General Consultant of FCBA, Mr. Peter Tu, and also Consultant, Mr. Gary Hu, Mr. Hong Dai, Executive Director, Mr. Michael Wang, and Secretary, Connie Chang, and also the Board of Directors, Mr. Timothy Chen, Ms. Anita Liu, and Tong Wang Chen, Joanna Lau, and John Han, Ellen Kwok, Ricky Ye, Chi Ping Yu, Jeffrey Chen, James Pai, Liren Wei, Lang Gong, Dennis Chong, Michael Xiao, Zhou Mini, Thomas Wong, Zhang Xu, Bao Li Zhang, Jack Shen, Fang Liu, Lin Wu, and Dominic Shen. Welcome all the directors. Yeah, maybe we can say in 2 lines.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Board of Directors of the Flushing Chinese Business Association. So thank you for the work and for your volunteerism. So if everyone can raise, I will say the words so that you can maybe raise your right hand. How's that? All right. I state your name. Solemnly swear that I will faithfully discharge the duties during my term as the board member of the Flushing Chinese Business Association. I will uphold and follow the bylaws, rules and regulations of our association, and devote myself to the best of my ability to serving our association, the members of our association, and of course the community and New York City. You are now sworn in. Congratulations on your election.
And right now, I would like to welcome the 27th President, Hong Dai, and the 28th President, the new 28th President, Mr. Yao Ming Wang, to do the seal transition ceremony. Yeah, all the elected officials, please join us on the stage.
You don't know. All right. So, President Dai, thank you for your service. Thank you for all you have done as president of the FCBA. And we hope you all as best as you move on into the future. Continue to serve the Flushing community. And Mr. Wang, thank you so much for accepting the presidency and taking on that responsibility. We know that you will do it with style, with grace, and the best of your ability. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
And now I'd like to everybody who have group photos. Okay. Okay, everybody look at the middle camera with the lady.
You should go. I'm gone. Yeah. Go. Go, yeah.
Okay, other cell phone
No,
now,
you
please.
should
Thank
take
you.
No. Huh? You should. No.
Cell phone down, please.
Okay, my camera.
You guys get good.
One, two, smile.
Smile with your eye.
One, two, three. One, two, three. One, two, three.
All right, thank you, everybody. Please be seated.
Okay, now it's a VIP. Before the VIP, I want the Dai Hong, the former president, to say a few words.
Thank you, Peter. Dear State Controller Thomas Dinopoulos, and Queensborough President, Mr. Richards, and Queensborough District Attorney, Melinda Katz, and State Senator Stavisky, City Council Peter Cole, and oh, okay. Yeah, okay. All right, sorry. Okay, dear friends, how about that? Dear friends, okay, ladies and gentlemen, 3 years ago in this room, we are, Mr. Melinda Katz as a witness to my seal handover ceremony. It brings back good memories for me and to be here. And if you would allow me to briefly summarize accomplishment of FCBA in the past few years. As you know, we hold several important events every year, such as Mid-Autumn Festival, where we donate moon cakes to senior centers, and we cooperate with the 109 precinct to celebrate Halloween, with the kids, right? And we also donate turkeys to the senior center in Thanksgivings. And we hold the annual gala parties, Lunar New Year parades, and celebrate Mother's Day every year with Happy Mother events. And we visit China as a group right before the pandemic. During the pandemic, FCBA secured and donated boxes of masks and PPE to hospital and the NYPD and distribute to the street to many people who need it. Well, I really appreciate all the board directors of 29th, and especially our General Counsel Peter Du, Executive Director Gary Hu, and Secretary Connie Chen. Thank you for all your hard work and contributions. Today it's my honor to introduce you the new president, Dr. Yao-Ming Wang. He's a very famous pediatric doctor and serves the community for so many years. And his wife, Dr. Xiao, is a famous doctor too, right? And we truly believe that our new board under the leadership of new president, Dr. Yao-Ming Wang, and new executive director, Mr. Neng Wang, will make FCBA stronger and better fulfill our purpose as a bridge that bring the government and community together, right? Let's put your hand together and work on the new president, Dr. Yao-Ming Wang. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, honorary guests. My name is Dr. Yao-Ming Wang. I'm a pediatrician practicing Flushing for 25 years. It's an honor and a privilege to serve on FCBA and with my new board members. I understand we are in a tough time, even though we made a lot of progress, but we're still in a pandemic. I just saw the news on this morning. We have the FDA approved full use of 2 vaccines, Pfizer and BioNTech. So that will clear a lot of hurdles for the vaccinations. And we got a lot of work to do. And President Day just mentioned FCBA, during the pandemic, FCBA has done a lot. We have not stopped, but we did less. But with the vaccine, with the social distancing, with all the leadership we have in the room, and with all the board members and the communities, I think we will defeat this pandemic, and we're gonna make Flushing better. Thank you so much.
FCBA, we do our best demonstration only one thing. We are good American citizens. Even we are 501c3, we never have the grant. We never wanted the grant from any level of city government because we want to show how much we love this country. Because we become an American citizen, we all immigrant. But we swear to the God, we fight for freedom, we fight for democracy, no matter what we fight for United States or American. We want them so, just Dr. Wang mentioned, last year, I contribute to the city $200,000, this month for the mayor emergency center, right, Xiaoming? And 2,000 the cemetery. In that time, do you know how much they cost me? Near $800,000 cash. So Why we do that? Because a lot of people asking me, why they say Chinese virus, we should defend. I said, don't defend anything. Just show our love to them. Show how much we love this country. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. But hopefully, I'm very grateful. Today we still can doing on. Just follow the future. Just doing the past time we do. So thank you for everyone come. I want to introduce the State Controller, Dina Poli. Every regulation is here. FCPA event, annual party, he is here. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. Give it up for Peter, too, for everything he does for FCBA, for Flushing, and for all of us. It's really a privilege to be here. I have to say, our District Attorney, Melinda Katz, she did a great job with that swearing in, right? Right? We could use you in Albany in a few hours if you're available. We've got some other activity going on there, so. But Melinda does a great job with her team keeping us all safe here in Queens County, and we appreciate that. And Peter, although I have the title of controller, I'm not a president, so I'm very impressed. You've got your borough president, Donovan Richards, here. It's nice to have a president in the room. And our great Senator Toby Stavisky, who teaches me Chinese, not well, but I try. Thank you for what you do for the community. And Peter Koo, as was mentioned, what a great representative for Flushing. Thank you, Peter, for everything you've done for all of us. Give him a round of applause. Tom Gresh is here from the Queen's Chamber, and I know you have a wonderful collaboration between FCBA and the Queen's Chamber, and that's very important. Thank you, Tom, for that. This was a beautiful ceremony. Outgoing President Dye and the outgoing board members, thank you for what you've done, as has been said already during this most difficult time. And to incoming President Wang, Dr. Wang, thank you. And how interesting with this challenging time to have a physician as president of FCBA. I think that says a lot and brings a lot of promise, because we're going to continue to focus on health for a long period of time. And with Dr. Wang and with Michael Wang and Peter too, and the new board members, some of whom are returning board members, I know that the prospects are bright for the Flushing community to continue to come together as a community, led by the efforts of our small businesses that are represented in FCBA. You know, Peter too remembers a couple of years ago we did a report on Flushing. We're due to do an update on that report, and it really showed how for Queens, Flushing really has been the hub that has turned around the economy, and I think that continues to be the case. And we look at those numbers, and I see, despite the struggles, Flushing is still a community that works closely together, looks out for each other, and has that sense of entrepreneurship. Some of it certainly rooted in the immigrant experience that we could all relate to. But this community continues to be a model of how business, community, government all need to work together. And I know with FCBA leading the way, President Wang and the team, and Peter and Michael, better days are certainly ahead for all of us. So stay well, stay safe. Thank you always for inviting me, and congratulations to the new officers and new board members.
And I want to say the loyalty for FCBA for Chinese American today is very important. We loyalty to DA office, Melinda Katz, since she is not auto president. And we always follow her, even she has any very, very hard campaign, we always with her. And like now, we always with. He always say he's my young brother from different mother, but I don't know how much he treated me like a brother. Anyway, our BP, damn Richard.
Great to be here with my younger brother, Peter, too. It's great, and congratulations to FCBA, once again to our district attorney, to our comptroller, to our state senator, and of course to the mayor of Flushing, Peter Koo, who's done such a great job. Let's give it up for Peter. This is going to be probably one of his last events, but I want to thank you for your service. To Tom, Queens Chamber of Commerce, thank you. And it's been 28 years of building this foundation, and let's be clear that it's never, wait, how many? 40 years. 40 years, I'm sorry, right, 40, right, the 28th president, sorry. 28th president. And let me just be clear that from one president to the other two presidents, thank you for your work, because it's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that goes into this work to make our organizations and the community stronger. So I want to congratulate you, President Dai, for your work, and welcome President Wang on his entrance into a time when we know that this pandemic has really exacerbated many of the issues that impact small businesses around the city, around the borough, but specifically right here in Flushing. And we also know that the stronger our organizations are, the stronger our communities are. And small businesses have been under attack for some time now. So it is critical that as we move forward, that we have leadership and strong leadership that's really ready to move us into the future. And let me say this, there's been a lot of negativity when we talk about making sure that our economy is strong and making sure that we have public-private strong partnerships. And one of the things that Tom, Gretchen, and I often speak about are these partnerships. And there's been sort of this rumor going around that Queens is not open for business. But that is not true. Queens is open for business. And you can sort of tell by what's happening, right? We just closed a deal to keep JetBlue in Queens. Terminal 6 getting done. Tom was out last week with me. We brought back Bartlett Dairy. They're the only milk manufacturer in the state, I believe, or city of New York now. And that's 150 additional jobs coming back into the county of Queens on top of that 100 construction jobs, right? Then we launched something called the Queens Small Business Grant, which was really, and I want to thank Peter and the leadership here, because this program, which enabled us to give $20,000 in grant money to over 700 businesses in Queens, would not have been possible without the partnership of FCBA as well. And of course, the owner of the New York Mets, and we're praying for the Mets every day because we need a home run for our borough as we move forward. So there are a lot of good things going on, and this organization will continue to be at the forefront of where we go as a borough moving into the future. And I'll end in saying that our unity is our strength here in the borough. 190 countries, over 200 languages spoken. We will always continue to speak about and speak up against attacks against our Asian brothers and sisters every step of the way. We want you to know that we stand firmly with you. An attack on you is an attack on us. An attack on anyone in our borough is an affront to each and every one of us. So I want to thank you, Peter, for the work that you do. Once again, President Wang, you're going to be great. You want to know why? Because I have a 5-year-old. And if you're a pediatrician, that means that you're well ahead of the curve, you're caring, you're dynamic, and you most importantly are patient, because you deal with children every day. So God bless you. Congratulations to this class. Congratulations to our new president. Congratulations. I look forward to, God willing, being together next year to celebrate 41 years. Thank you.
You know, FCBA is really old. We have the former president is there. You stand up to us, you see? 陈辉是你站起来。His hair is changed to the ground. He's a 30 former president. Thank you for coming. Okay, then I have put this way. You know, today we still have. I'm the only one mentioned about what a good thing the Angel Como in town. But anyway, I don't care. Somebody may hate me, but I don't. Like I loyalty to Toby Salinsky. Many years. Even her son, we have good relationship. Toby, you want to say a few words?
Thank you, Peter. Thank you, my brother. My much younger brother. Controller, thank you for coming. And I remember that day, it was in this hotel when you first released the report on the business development in downtown Flushing and its impact on the state. And I also remember something I know Peter remembers, and that is the Lunar New Year parades and the marching, and a constant presence for years, certainly for the last 7 years, was a woman representing the governor from Buffalo, and Kathy Hochul came to our Lunar New Year parades, and to me, that sends a message as to the kind of governor we're going to have at midnight tonight. And I am confident that she will return, as she said she would, if you remember those visits. And it wasn't just the Lunar New Year parade. So I have great confidence that things in Albany are getting a lot better. But we're here to thank some folks, to congratulate Hung Dai on his service and thank him, to welcome Dr. Wang. I see Dr. Wang, a pediatrician, as somebody who is training the next generation. And that is what's going to happen in Flushing. We are going to respond and grow the same way as Dr. Wang's patients grow, and they get bigger and better and stronger, without a doubt. I'm glad he's not a geriatrician. To the borough president, and to my friend Justin Yu, welcome back, welcome home. We are a great community, and I have certificates for both Hung Dai and Dr. Wang, but I really want to mention several other folks for a moment. I'm going to miss Peter Koo, geez, I do it all the time. Peter Koo has a requirement that he has to, not good choice. We have term limits in the city council. Peter's term will be up at the end of the year. And Peter, your impact, not just as a member of the council, but long before that, you were a past president of FCBA, and that all of those years are appreciated. And Dory, where's Dory? Dory works for the controller, his Queens representative. Dory is retiring, and she has done a remarkable job, whether it be the unclaimed funds that we were helping distribute, etc. So Dory, we appreciate everything that you do too. And there are other folks. We appreciate everybody coming, and the best days, I think, are to come. Thank you.
Thank you. You know, I would like to Peter, they call Peter 1 or Peter 2. They never lose. Peter Koo and Peter 2 look like the same, and the pronouns for the non-Chinese is difficulty. So he is Peter 1. And I want to, before I let he come up to speak, I will say, let's put up to our maybe or sure next mayor, Erica Adam. And Winnie is represented to him. Thank you for coming. You know why before I introduce the Peter Koo, I have to mention about Erica Adam. I'll be honest with you, I never really opened the door to Erica Adam before, because I don't know him much until Peter 1. Early this year, and had some dinner arranged by him, and sat down with Erica Adam. And Erica Adam said, hey, look, I need your opinion for the mayor running campaign, and we are just 4 people over there talk. And I opened the door of FCBA for welcome Erica Adam. That I never welcome anybody. So somebody tell me, hey, you are the agent, you support someone, I don't care. I care. It's my loyalty to Peter 1. Because every single thing we done together when he was the president of CBA, because I know him. But he always not remember me because he think I'm young brother and has to follow him always. So like, you talk to the people, what do you think? Like, come on, Peter.
Hi, good afternoon. Now, let me take off my mask. I'm going to speak better. Good afternoon, everyone. The sun is out, so means today and the following days will be better. FCBA has done a lot of good things for our community for many, many years, helping small businesses owners, helping the local communities, senior centers, the non-profit groups. They have done a lot of things. It takes maybe a long time just to mention all those things. So I want to thank all the elected officials, our Justin Yu from Chinatown, and Xiao Weiyan from Chinatown, and many of you have done and cooperated with us so that Flushing become a destination of choice for many immigrants. Like 40 years ago, SBA was formed. Right? At that time, many people want to come to Flushing. 40 years later, same thing. When immigrants come to America, they come to Northeast, they always come to Flushing first. After they settle down here, they move on to Georgia or other places to do business. So they always come to Flushing first, because this is the destination. I want to thank the NYPD, our inspector, and our from the headquarters, because without public safety, it's very hard to do business. Confidence depends on public safety. That's why people come to Flushing. So I want to thank NYPD for doing a wonderful job. Also, I want to thank all the board members because of their sacrifice of their time, expertise, and money. And past President Daihong for your sacrifice. And also, I want to welcome our new president, Dr. Yao Ming Wang. Yao Ming is very famous, but Dr. Yao Ming Wang is famous too. Now, our first president of the Republic of China, Dr. Sun Yat-sen, he was a medical doctor, a very, very prestigious graduate from Hong Kong University Medical School. But he gave up his practice and fought the Qing dynasty and get democracy for China. So, and at that time, he always had a saying. He said, an average doctor take care only the illness. When you have cough, he will give you cough medicine. When you have asthma, he will give you asthma medicine. Right? It's the average doctor. A better doctor will take care of your body. He will, why you have cough, right? Maybe there's something wrong with your lung. Or why you have asthma? Maybe you have infestations in your apartment, right? Because all these roaches cause allergy, allergic reaction. And this is the better doctor. The good doctor, very good doctors, the top doctors take care of the community and the country. Those doctors will find out, in addition, why you have a cough. They will say, hey, maybe the community, something wrong in the community, in the society. Maybe the air is not good. Maybe it's pollution, right? Maybe there's a sanitation problem. This is very important because those doctors, they will take care of the whole community and the whole country. And Dr. Yao Ming Wang is one of them. This is the beginning step. The first step is to take care of the fashion business community. Later on, he will go on and do big things. Congratulations to all of you, all the board members. And I have a City Council citation for Dr. Yao Ming Wang. And I want to wish everyone good health. Thank you. Thank you, Peter. My younger brother, yeah.
You always need me because, he can order me all the time. Even he is, Peter One. And I want to, Peter Koo just mentioned about the doctor. I want to tell you, FCBA have developed, the doctor is not a rich guy. We have many board directors, developer, we have 4 bankers, we are architect, we have 4 lawyers, we have many different business owners become a board member, run for the board member, from the member. So I want to tell you, and I want to save the time, so if I don't mention your name, I need you speaking, but if I mention your name, I just welcome you. First of all, I would like to introduce the CP7 President, Eugene Kevin here. Thank you. I'm his member. CP7 is a worker for community, and we also have Chuck Opinion here. And we also have BID. Where's BID? DM? Just sit down, okay. And we have, you know, I really feel she said she's going to retire. I don't know if that's true or not, but the potential garden, the Susan, stay out. Thank you. Susan is do so many good job for, but she's really smart to cost our money. You know, Peter, we've been contribute a lot to her, right? Yeah. And thank you for your retirement, and nobody was asking money. Okay, thank you. And also, I would like to thank you to everyone. We also have China Airlines, the president over there, Stella. Thank you for coming. Thank you. And we have Moshe. Moshe, who is Moshe? Moshe over the phone. Okay. We have Inspector coming in. Thank you. Thank you for coming. We have many. Flushing is not only an issue. Flushing is so many different organizations work together to make Flushing getting better and better day after day. So I always cooperate with many people, but now I would like to let Queen's Temple Commons. Queen's Temple Commons is 150 years, and I always cooperate with Queen's Temple Commons. I always follow every single thing they do.
Thank you, everybody that's here today. The Queens Chamber of Commerce is 110 years old this last year. I just celebrated my 6th year. I am the much younger brother of Peter too. But in all seriousness, so the first week I was at the Chamber in July of 2015 after succeeding the late great Jack Friedman, he must have called me 5 times in the 3 days I was there. You must come see me, you must come see me. I had no idea who this man was. I had no clue who he was. I had my notes to look up and so on, but we formed a fast friendship ever since then. And a couple of milestones. It was February, just before Valentine's Day of 2020, before the COVID really hit in a big way. Peter and I sat and talked and said, Flushing's getting ravaged by this COVID, right? Before it was really out of control. And we had an event at the New World Mall, and we had the mayor there. It was an unbelievable event. Peter and I are like frick and frack when it comes to doing these things together, right? Peter wound up on the front page with de Blasio of the New York Post, which was a lot of fun. Thank God I wasn't on the front cover of the Post, but it was all very good. But my congratulations to the doctor. It's great to have you here. You know, one of the things I learned from Peter was the importance of Flushing and the culture here. And it took 6 years, and the mission's not done yet. But today we have the most diverse Chamber of Commerce of any of the 5 in the 5 boroughs of the city of New York, by board membership, by membership in general, and what I'm most proud of is my staff. The Queens Chamber staff that's here, could you guys just stand up for a second? We speak 13 languages today here, folks. 13 languages. And it's because it's not an accident, number one, but it's because of the encouragement of people like Peter too, to get us involved in more activities down here. The last thing I'm going to say is, we approached Peter about a year ago. We have partnerships and friendships with all small business organizations, merchant associations, bids, throughout the great borough of Queens. But this is the one we decided, we sat down and we hammered out an agreement. We wanted to make sure that besides just being brothers, in a very true sense of the word, we would work together on projects large and small. And so this is one of the things that we're doing. There's a bunch more to come. And it also was no secret, if you folks had a chance to read the US Census numbers that came out, right? It was no surprise to me because of coaching from people like Peter, but the Asian population in Queens has grown tremendously. Our borough has grown tremendously. So our friends like Donovan Richards, Comptroller DiNapoli, excuse me, Councilmember Koo, thanks for your leadership, and Assemblywoman Stavisky, we have a lot of work to do, but we're in a great, great place for the future with development. So I thank you all for inviting me. I thank you especially, and I look forward to working with the rest of the board. Thanks and congratulations.
You know, talking about the media, you know, I'm reading the New York Times and Daily News every morning. I tell you, you need other way. If you reading the media every morning like I do, the New York Times and Daily News are making you crazy. The news, I can understand everyone, and you take the other way right away. Okay, so I mean, you know, de Blasio come here for developer, help the small business. But just one day, all the media say, Peter to teach de Blasio how to use a just pick. That's bullshit, you know. I mean, that's not true. You know? So don't believe in your eyes and believe in the representative you do believe in. Don't follow the media. You are making crazy. I don't need a de Blasio came here. I teach you how to use the just speak. That's ridiculous. And for the Chinese people, we have two tradition Chinatown. We have Flushing. We call New Chinatown. And the tradition Chinatown is the CCNY, and they're also town. The CCNY also has same history like you do. They almost have more than 150 years. And today, I would like to introduce the president of CCNY from Chinatown. He is my also brother, like Peter Koo, right? Justin Yu.
Thank you very much, Peter's introduction. He said, I'm his brother, so today I see so many cousins today. How many, I cannot count. And he mentioned my organization, CCNY. I'm just wondering, where that organization come from? My organization is called the CCBA. But anyway, CCNY BA is fine. And I came in with former President Dr. Xiao to celebrate this event of the 28th inauguration of the new board member and new board president. So I'd like to say, Ms. Dai Hong, you have done a good job. Congratulations. And the incoming president, Mr. Yao Ming Wang. Dr. Yao Ming Wang, I think you're going to spend so much time to take care of the community. Who is going to take care of your patients? The baby are crying. So I think you have to work very double hard. And especially, I'd like to say, Peter, you have done a good job. You are the general counselor. And the organization, my organization, started 1886. It's pretty old, pretty old. I'm not that old. And even we are an old organization, but I will tell you today that we are going to cooperate with each other. Just like you mentioned, we are going to combat people call us China virus. That's the things we're going to work together. And thank you very much today. I will go congratulate the Borough President Richards got re-elected, and senators, and Peter Wan, and Tom. And I will welcome our controller next week in Chinatown. He said he promised to give a lot of checks to all the stores. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you. And for me, you know, since the day one of the pandemic last year, I post every day in Twitter and Facebook. And everybody know I always support the NYPD. Why? Law and order. Law and order. It's our future. Law and order. It's help the economic. I can say NYPD is not 100% perfect, but don't always keep brand them, let them change. But support them, then you can change them. So I always respect the police officer in my mind. And I want to tell you, that's why last two speaking is from NYPD. And I want to tell you, over there, we prepared a light lunch. So afterward, you can go to, we will serve you. So first, I'd like to welcome the chief. Thank you. Would you like to say we will?
Good afternoon, everyone. Those of you who don't know me, I'm Assistant Chief Galen Friars from the Borough Command of Patrol Borough Queens North. All right, I've had the honor to work with Peter 1 and Peter 2. We have a nice working relationship, but I want to start off by thanking the past president and congratulating the new president. Again, as Peter said, the community supports us. We appreciate that support. We're not perfect, and again, we need the checks and balances. All we want is a fair shot, a fair chance. My door is always open. Peter spoke of Inspector Ng and Inspector O'Connor. Those individuals work for me, and the work that they do here in the community supports me and make me look good. So the great working relationship that you guys have with them makes the Queens North a better place. And again, my door is always open, and I'm willing to accept new challenges and new goals. So thank you again. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Kevin.
Okay, the final one. But before I let him speaking, he's a king. He is a king of Flushing. Okay, and I follow the king of Flushing from 109, almost 20 years. Everything goes in there too. I have to support. You know, Christmas luncheon, you know, trick or treat, whatever it is. But I tell the Tommy in the top police officer in from Chinese community, I say, you know, NYPD is not perfect. We may need to let the good people has more. And the bad people, you have to live it. But don't cut down their budget. Literally, you have future. You know, I make a very good issue. You are not only BBA, okay? You have you younger, and your children, you're small, you know. One day you can be up. Don't cut down the NYPD budget, but asking them to do the better job. Don't cut down their budget. Because if you cut down their, they cannot promote. And Tommy In cannot never be promoted because no budget, right? Let's welcome the last one, King of Flushing. You see how tall he is.
Thank you, Peter, for inviting me. I don't think anyone's going to believe you and I are brothers, so thank you very much for inviting me. Thank you for the elected officials being here. I also want to thank our outgoing president, President Dai, who did a great job. He and his board. It was a pleasure working with you. I look forward to working with Dr. Wong and his board. It's the key to success in this community is working together, isn't it? So when I first got to 109, immediately Peter and the FCBA reached out to me and just talked, what can we do? What can we do to help you make Flushing a safer environment? Because at the end of the day, that's our goal, make Flushing's people and our residents feel so safe, and our visitors feel so safe that our businesses really do great work, and everybody makes you know, big profits, and everyone feels more comfortable to be here, and more businesses open up. At the end of the day, that's our goal. We want to work with you to ensure that happens. And it's been a seamless relationship, and I really enjoy it. I look forward to continue that relationship with you, Doctor. And thank you very much. We're here for you. You have our unending support. You have my number. Anytime you ever need anything, please. We're here for you to make sure that you feel comfortable, and the community and the vendors and our business feel comfortable as well. So thank you very much.
And I want to thank you for everybody to come. And before we leave, I want to say, Xiaoming, you represented the de Blasio, right? I have to tell you this way. Sometimes, like Angel Como, de Blasio done some good thing for community. But sometimes I have to say, his thinking is out of my mind always, okay? But, you know, that because maybe culture between or something. But Peter too cannot always bring one people. I always want to give my heart to you. So I always say, de Blasio is a caring person. For me, a lot of thinking I don't understand because the culture between. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming today. Thank you. And please take your lunch.
Yeah, we have the light buffet lunch. The last side of the stage. Welcome to serve yourself and enjoy the lunch.
OK， 我们你吃点东西我们就走了。Peter.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Of course, we need to work during the weekend, right? Yeah. On this type of job, 7 days a week. Yes, I saw you guys Wednesdays we're also planning East 18th get first ever. Yes. I don't know that. Yes, no. I'm out
哎，好，哎，你好，HQ 啊，你好，OK， 现在去吃饭了，吃饭的时候了，看看今天有什么东西吃啊。华商会，就是主办法拉盛游行的这个游行是由法拉盛这个华商会举办的。
Yeah. No, one side. No, this is. Oh, 2 sides?
Hello. How are you? Good to see you. 哎呀，有好久没有来喜来登了。喜来登的工作人员都认得我，他们也跟我打招呼，因为我们经常在这里做活动嘛，在好菜，每一样试一下就好了。炸鸡翅膀，鸡翅膀可以吃2个，哇，不错呀。这个蟹也挺。再过来一点，跟你老板拍一个照片，美女。Hello， 叫他一下，来。嗨。哇，水果也很漂亮。哇，这水果太漂亮了。好，这是我的。不错，你看这水果很好。看看坐在哪里吃。吃饭就坐在这里偷偷吃好了。 这样子就拍着大家，最好的角度来拍。Yeah.
You're busy taking pictures today.
YouTube. You're on YouTube, okay? YouTube. Yeah. Yes.
Are you going back up to Albany, Toby? Are you going back up today? Oh. No, I wasn't just going up and swearing in.
Oh, no. Somebody's bag is here. No, I just want to find a piece for
今天警察局长、皇后区局长。
My speaking just don't clear anyone. That's one of the right? Even you are not nice.
You're staying busy.
I'm not you. I'm not you.
哎，好久不见，好久不见，
You stay busy?
Very busy. We do a lot of outreach, so cover a lot of events. Saturday, Sunday, usually people do events.
You know?
But Monday was fun.
Sure.
So you, why you don't eat something?
What did you think of our event last Monday? Crazy, wasn't it? You know, it's funny. I know. I was standing there, and I looked to the left, and you're sitting at the end. And we hadn't done meetings in 2 years, right? And I'm so used, you were there for her, but for the borough president.
Yeah.
So I'm looking, and it's like for a minute, it was like,
what's her role here?
yeah, exactly, it's confusing.
The maximum coverage. People then
It was good to see you, thank you.
So we're going to do the meetings in that location.
We're trying to get somewhere, it's very difficult.
It's very difficult. We won't just resume the in-person maybe in September. Yes.
We're required.
We're required? Oh, okay.
The government